Yo, 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 what is up, my peeps? It is your main man Cop here. We are back with another in the awesome series of Class Quest videos. And today we are on the Season of Mastery servers with my good buddy Metro. And we are doing some dual leveling. And these are going to be excerpts from that stream. So you're going to get to hear Metro read some quests. You're going to get to hear me read some quests. Much big thanks to Metro. I could not do this kind of stuff without him. So sit back, enjoy the Paladin Class quest from Classic, both the dwarf and the human. I was asked to bring this to your attention as soon as you returned from the Kobold camps, Terranar. It appears to be a letter sealed with the insignia of Brother Samuel, our local Paladin trainer. I wouldn't hesitate to read it before you go about any other business here in the Abbey. Read the consecrated letter and speak to Brother Samuel in Northshire Abbey.
Light bless you.
I hope this letter finds you well, Paladin. I say that with great pride because not many can profess such profound faith, but also know that they are among the most elite of Azeroth's protectors. Always remember, first and foremost, it is your duty to go to battle against those who seek to harm our world and bring corruption into our homes. I've been given authority over your training for the time being. When you're ready, seek me out inside Northshire Abbey. Brother Samuel, Paladin Trainer. Finally, we meet face to face, brother to sister. I welcome you to Northshire. This will be your home for a short time, where you learn the ins and outs of how things are done. But know that Stormwind is not far off, and sooner or later, your path will take you there. But till then, be patient, Knight of the Silver Hand. In the meantime, you should know one or two other things. You are a symbol to many in this land. Act accordingly. The holy light shines within you, and it will be obvious to both your allies and your enemies. Also, as you gain in wisdom and power, you will need to train to learn new abilities. That's where I come in. When you feel you've gained some experience here in Northshire, come back to me, and I will teach you what I feel you are ready to learn. Good luck, Paladin.
Be careful.
I know you're busy helping out the people of Dunmorrow, but when you have the time, you should make your way to Ironforge to speak to one of our most respected ilk, Tiza Battleforge. She's the one the younger paladins go to when it's time they learn more about the light and what's expected of you. You can find her upstairs in the Hall of Mystery. If you've never been there, it's in the Mystic Ward. Many tests await a Paladin of the Light, Gidwin. Be assured our paths will cross many times in the future if you remain passionate and hold to these virtues that we praise. Well met, Gidwin. I hope the light shows you the true path and keeps you safe from evil. It's a pleasure to meet you, Gidwin. I am responsible for putting paladins on the path to greater virtue as they devote themselves to the light and defend Azeroth from the scourge and other threats. The time has come for you to take your first steps towards being truly virtuous. If you accept it, I will give you a book of divinity. In studying it, you shall learn some about the light and what is expected of you. If you understand it and are capable, then you will succeed in attaining greater ability. In all things, a paladin must reflect the light, which supplements our strength. To strive to be divine for one of our kind does not mean we strive for godhood. We strive to be good in all actions. Although called upon to smite evil in these harsh times, you must always remember that it's aiding others that will truly set you apart from the citizens of Azeroth. Compassion, patience, and bravery. These things mean as much to a paladin as any strength in battle. Know this well, and never forget it. Welcome back. You've spent time reading the book, I hope? Then you should be prepared to have yourself tested. There are always tasks to be done throughout the city and our lands. Acts of compassion and understanding. People who need help. Creatures to slay. By proving you have the patience to help others, especially those who are less fortunate, you prove that you are a servant of the light and of sound mind. Your task then, Gidwin, is to find someone here in Ironforge that is in need of aid. Someone who is pure of heart and motive. Perhaps someone helping others. Perhaps someone in need of a guide. Regardless, the person must have noble intent and be relying on your kindness. Do this, and return to me when you are finished. Then we shall discuss more of your path and what it means to be a paladin of the light. I will remain here in the temple for your return. Other paladins will need my guidance also. The Orphanage of Storm... Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to shout at you, sir. My name is John Turner. How are you? Good, good. Glad to hear things go well for you. I have had a long day of work already, and I miss my wife terribly. But that's the price you have to pay when there are mouths to feed and backs to clothe. My wife and I run an orphanage in Stormwind, mostly for children who have lost parents due to the attacks on the Scourge in the last decade. I come to Ironforge every month or so to see about collecting more supplies from the citizens here, and talk to various groups to see if they can do anything to help. This trip's been agonizingly slow and not very productive. If I could just get some more linen for my wife to make some clothes, I could finally send a shipment home. With the influx of trademen here and throughout Azeroth, there's a smaller supply of items we use to make clothes for the children of the orphanage. Helping me collect linen so my wife can make new clothes for them is very noble of you, Gidwin. Thank you. Hopefully I'll be able to return home to my wife soon. This is so wonderful of you. Thank you again. You're a noble man for doing this for me. It's no wonder you've chosen to follow the light. I wish there was some way I could repay you for all you've done. What's that? It's the least you can do. See, that's what I'm talking about, Gidwin. Noble to the end. Be safe, and may the light protect you in your travels. I'm going to see about making plans to return home soon. Hopefully Stephanie is doing well back in Stormwind. I can't wait to see her again. Till next we meet, Paladin. So you returned so quickly, huh? And what, pray tell, have you accomplished in your time away from here? Were you able to help a noble cause? Perhaps you've learned the value of charity, or some more about your obligations to the citizens of Azeroth. Tell me, who have you helped and how? Impressive, Gidwin. Those are surely the actions of those who follow the light. Such sacrifice will always be rewarded in time. I want you to take this, Gidwin. It's called the Symbol of Life. You've proven charitable and patient, and now I want you to prove just how adept you've become in both combat and power. My husband, Moiradan, returned recently from an encounter with some Dark Iron Dwarves, and he barely escaped with his life. He's over there having his wounds healed by one of our priests. Take the symbol and speak to him. If you can help him, then we will speak again soon. May the light shine upon you. Good day to you, Paladin. Don't mind my old wounds. The good priest here will take care of old Muradin in time. Not needing the power of the Symbol of Life you got there quite yet. So, me wife sent you over to speak to me, huh? Fair enough. I'll take the time to talk to you. I'll tell you exactly what happened to Muradin and his best friend Narm, a paladin just like yourself. We was spying on some Dark Iron Dwarves that had bunkered down south of Helm's Bed Lake. We knew they was up to no good, so Narm and me thought we'd take a closer look. Got to see their leader giving orders to some of his men. Narm and me took the chance to kill a few of them, but they proved tougher than we thought, and more of them got the jump on us. Narm told me to run and get support, so here I am. Narm needs help, and I'll not rest till he gets it. Can you help, Gidwin? Take the Symbol of Life and resurrect Narm Falk in Dunmurrow. Thank you, lad. Thank you greatly. I can't thank you enough, brother. I can only assume that Tiza and Muradin sent you here to aid me if you carry the Symbol of Life. It's true, I fell to the Dark Iron while trying to attain one of the scripts. I was able to hold on long enough to allow Muradin to escape, but the light had almost embraced me fully when you came along. The fact that you were so powerful enough to use the symbol means great things for you, but there's time to speak on that later. Before I fell in battle, Muradin and I had almost defeated one of the Dark Iron spies near that small house. We witnessed their captain passing orders to them, and sought to kill him and take the orders. Some of the Council in Ironforge do not yet believe the presence of Dark Iron Dwarves exists in Dunmurrow. By attaining one of those scripts, we'll only have proof of their movements, but possibly an idea of what they're planning. Get one of those scripts and take it back to Muradin, Gidwin. God, the new Dark Iron looks so much different, honestly. I'll say better, but I mean... Alright, we got that. I could read it if you want me to read it.
Yeah, for sure. I will kill this Trog while you do.
Trogs everywhere. Dirty Trogs are so easy to fool. Their hatred for our kin makes it that much easier to direct them and use them as pawns. Amazes me that any kind of alliance could be forged at all, but our kin pose a much greater threat to their existence, at least for now. After the attacks begin, though, both sides are going to be weakened and prone to our own onslaught. Take the homestead south of Helmsbed Lake and await further instructions. Ironforge will be ours. You're back! I'm glad to see it, Goodwin. My wounds are healed, and I'm about ready to return to Helmsbed Lake as soon as I can convince my wife that I'll be fine. Huh, you've done it! You saved Narm, and you found proof my wife needs to take to the council. You're a blessing of the light, if I ever saw one. Now, including my wife, of course. Thank you again, Goodwin. I can see my wife over there beaming with pride already. You better get your... these words are so confusing. You better get your Tukas over there pronto. I be thinking she'd have some words with you. Light be with you, mighty paladin. I'll be looking for you on the battlefield against the Scourge and them dark irons when the time comes. You've done all of Ironforge a great favor today, Goodwin. I'm proud to count you among us, and if you feel you're ready, I would like to bless you with this scroll. The symbol of life would only have worked when used by a paladin who was ready for one of the light's greatest blessings, the power to restore the dead back to life. I will teach you the ability to resurrect your companions. Use it wisely, Goodwin, and thank you on behalf of myself, my husband, and of Ironforge.
What can I do for you?
Sorry to interrupt your travels, human. I thought you should know that word was sent from Stormwind recently, asking that paladins report there for training. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're close to reaching a special time. It's time you started studying the tomes. Look for Duthorian Baral in Stormwind. He usually trains paladins in the Cathedral of Light.
Keep your feet on the ground. Need help?
You'll be tested many times by the darkness that surrounds our lands, Terranar. But to ensure you are always prepared, we will often ask tasks of you so you're at the height of your own power. Go with the light and remain virtuous. Welcome to the Cathedral of Light, Paladin. Here in Stormwind, I am responsible for putting paladins on the path to gather virtue as they devote themselves to the light and defend Azeroth from the Scourge and other threats. The time has come for you to take your first step towards being truly virtuous. If you accept it, I will give you a book of divinity. In studying it, you shall learn some about the light and what is expected of you. If you understand it and you are capable, then you will succeed in attaining greater abilities.
Be careful.
In all things, a paladin must reflect the light, which supplements our strength. To strive to be divine, but one of our kind does not mean we strive for godhood. We strive to be good in all actions. Although called upon to smite evil in these harsh times, you must always remember that it's aiding others that will truly set you apart from the citizens of Azeroth. Compassion, patience, bravery, these things mean as much to a paladin as strength in battle. Know this well and never forget it.
Greetings.
Hello again, Terranar. How goes your studies of the Tome of Divinity? Then you should be prepared to have yourself tested. There are always tasks to be done throughout the city and our lands. Acts of compassion and understanding. People who need help, creatures to slay. By proving you have the patience to help others, especially those who are less fortunate, you prove that you are a servant of the light and of sound mind. Your task then, Terranar, is to find someone here in Stormwind that is in need of aid. Someone who is pure of heart and motive. Perhaps someone helping others. Perhaps someone in need of a guide. Regardless, the person must have noble intent and be relying on your kindness. Do this, and return to me when you are finished. Then we shall discuss more of your path, what it means to be a paladin of the light. Search the trade district of Stormwind for Stephanie Turner.
Good day to you.
Oh, hello, love. How go your adventures? Oh, I'm so glad to hear you're doing well. Oh, me? Thank you for asking. I'm doing well, all things considered. The increase in tradesmen has kind of put a damper on the amount of leather and cloth people are willing to part with these days, so it's been tougher to make clothing for the children at the orphanage. But we'll manage. By we, I mean my husband and I. He's up in Ironforge trying to seek help from the citizens there. Bless their hearts, most of them have no families because of the scourge attacks in the last decade. My husband John collects the materials for me to make shirts and pants for the children, but I haven't even had time to do that. I'm too focused on keeping food on their plates and a roof over their heads. What's that? You'd be willing to help? Oh, thank the light, and thank you, Terranar. If you could bring me some linen cloth so I could sew clothes for the kids, that would help me out so much.
See you around.
I'm ahead of you, young lady.
Need something?
I hope my John is having better luck in Ironforge. He so dislikes his trips there because it leaves the kids and me alone. But he knows it must be done. He's so kind-hearted. Some years have been easier than others, but this one's been tougher by far. It's almost as though something in the air is signaling a huge change. Who knows, though? Thank you, Terranar. Thank you so much. The children will be so pleased. You've saved me so much time. I'll now be able to focus on the children's other needs, and hopefully my John will be able to return home sooner than we thought. Thank you again, Terranar. I knew I could rely on the charity of others. Light be with you. I'll take these to the children this very day. Please be safe, good Paladin. It is not often women of your character show their faces in the city, but you've proven that Paladins here in Stormwind shall never turn their backs on those in need. Farewell.
See you later.
Light be with you.
You've returned so quickly, Terranar. And what have you accomplished in your time away from the Cathedral? Have you helped a noble cause? Perhaps you've learned the value of charity or some more about your obligations to the citizens of Azeroth. Tell me who you have helped and how. Well, I'm impressed, Terranar. They are surely the actions of one who follows the light and values others above oneself. Such sacrifice will always be rewarded in time. Take this, Terranar. It is called the symbol of life. You have proven charitable and patient, and now the time has come to see if you're powerful enough to focus one of the light's greatest gifts. My friend Gazin returned recently from an encounter with some Devias in Elwyn near Hero's Vigil. He barely escaped with his life. He's near the altar having his wounds healed by our priest. Take the symbol and speak to him. If you can help him, then we will speak again soon. May you bask in the light's glory.
For the Alliance.
What can I do for you?
Oh, pleasure to meet you, Paladin. Don't mind my wounds. The good priest here take care of old Gazin this time. I won't be needing the power of the symbol of life you got there. Not yet, anyway. So, Duthorian sent you to speak with me, huh? Fair enough. I'll tell you exactly what befell me and my friend Hens, and with any luck and some skill on your part, perhaps you can help us all. Hens and I had made it to Hero's Vigil, an island in the middle of the Stone Cane Lake in northeastern Elwyn. We heard that the Fias had infiltrated our borders. We wanted proof to take to the king's advisors. We caught sight of a couple of the scum going over some documents, and we attacked. Unfortunately, we were quickly overwhelmed by more of the mages. Hens held them off while I escaped. The daft fool going and being brave. He's out there now, Hens is. Can you help us, Terranar?
Off with you.
Thank you, sister. Seeing you wield the symbol of life, may I assume that Duthorian or Gazin sent you? I felt that as pious spellcasters, old Gazin and I tried to get the plans from them. I was able to hold on long enough to allow Gazin to escape, but in the end their magics overwhelmed me. But you are able to bring me back. The ability to use the symbol doesn't come to just anyone, Terranar. It bodes well for you that you are able to empower it with your own faith. We'll have time to talk more about the symbol at a later time. What's important now is to get those papers we saw the Defias going over. If we can get our hands on them, we'll be able to prove the Defias have infiltrated Elwyn, and hopefully gain some insight into what their plans are. I'm in no shape for battle as of now, Terranar. Do you think you're strong enough to get those papers from the Defias here on the island? If you're able to get them, bring them back to Gazan, and let him know I'm alright. I got it.
You got my attention.
Is Hans safe, Terra? Were you successful? Between your skill with a weapon and the power of the light, I'd imagine Hero's Vigil is safe from any Defias threat. But that's for the king and his advisors to say. Wonderful! You made it, and you saved Henzi. The light is with you for sure, Terranar. I'll take the script to the king's advisors after Duthorian's taken a look at them. But in the meantime, you should go and speak to Duthorian now. He'll be wanting to pat you on the back for sure. Thank you again, Terranar. I hope we meet again. You're surely an ally I'm proud to call a friend.
See you soon.
Well met.
You've done well this day, Terranar. You should take some pride in what you've accomplished. Even more so, you should be proud of your abilities. Not everyone can use the power of the symbol of life. Calling upon the light to bring back the dead means you're prepared for one of the Paladin's greatest honors, the power of resurrection. You shall have the power to bring back fallen companions, much like you did for Henzi. But be well, Terranar. The light shines upon you, and you should welcome it wholly.
Light bless you.
Alright, everybody, that was the Dwarf and Human Paladin class quests at level 12, which gets us a resurrection. It was a lot of fun. It was interesting to see how both similar and dissimilar the Human and Dwarf class quests were, and how dissimilar it is to the ones from TBC for the Blood Elf Paladins. I hope you enjoyed that, and once again, a big shout out to Metro. I would not be where I am today without him, so much thanks. He is indeed my best buddy. Alright, everybody, take care. We shall see you next time. Peace. Cop out.